Hello world, and welcome to the Glen Alex Show, where it's all about health. On the Glen Alex Show, we focus on total health because true health is far more than calories and physique. You are whole, you are a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual being, and all of you matter. So my life's work is about health because I believe that healthy people are more genuine, more loving, more giving, and healthy people do not intentionally harm self or others. Just think about it for a second. If everyone were as healthy physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, there would be no mass shootings and there would be no isms. So I hope you join me on this path to health so we can all live as lovingly as we can and be as kind and as giving towards each other as possible. Thank you for that. Thank you for being here. And so please help me welcome my guest, Sari Dennis.
Hello.
Thank you for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for inviting me to be here.
Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad you were available.
Thank you.
So, tell us who you are.
Well, I've known you for many years.
Yes.
So it's wonderful to see what you're doing, encouraging others to look at our whole health, which we can absolutely talk about, and we concur on that. But I am a certified health and wellness counselor. I focus on nutrition. I'm a food for life instructor specializing in plant-based cooking. I'm an author of a children's book about IVF conception and a healthy living advocate for Pure Haven. And I provide products that are 100% free from toxic chemicals for people and their families.
Okay.
And that's basically what I do now. The primary focus of my business is health coaching, which I love to do and help people take their health and transform it and become the best version of themselves.
Okay.
So I work one-on-one with individuals focusing on women, and I do group counseling sessions and corporate as well.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
So how long have you been a health counselor?
It's been 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been quite a
Congratulations.
journey. Thank you.
Okay. So you see individuals, you see groups, you do corporate stuff.
Yes.
Okay. And so with the corporate stuff, I think more companies are getting it that the healthier their employees are, then the more profit they can earn, and they cut their costs with absenteeism and that kind of thing. So what led you to work with corporations?
It's a transition I made. We moved away about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I was looking to do something more transformative with my practice and take it to more people.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was in California, and I actually started with the Board of Education in Stanislaus County and started working with teachers, which was really magnificent. Teachers are so busy, like so many of us,
Yes.
taking care of other people, preparing their lessons, taking care of their kids, going home to their families. They lead very busy lives, and they have very little time to take care of themselves. And so it's a wonderful way to give something back to them, to teach self-care, to allow them to prioritize their health and their happiness.
Okay.
In that way, they're better as
Right.
well. They're better for their students, they're better for their children at home.
And a really important piece of education and how our kids benefit from the educational system is how the teachers approach the students. So the healthier the teachers are,
Completely.
then the benefit to the students, their families, and society are tremendous.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thank you
Yeah.
for doing that.
My pleasure.
And so you mentioned that you focus on nutrition in your health counseling.
Yes.
What led to that?
I guess my own personal journey.
Okay.
I was born in Toronto, lived there most of my life, though I've lived in Vegas now for 14 years and love it. This is home.
She's a native now.
Yes. And, I had always struggled with my own digestive issues growing up. Ever since I was a little girl, I can remember getting pains in my chest and being constipated for 5 days on end.
Okay.
And, every time I would go to the hospital with one of these pains or the doctor, they would just wait for it to pass and send me home. They told me I had spastic colon. They never asked me what I ate. They never asked me what I was doing in my life. They never asked me about any stress or unhappiness I might be
Right.
feeling that could contribute to that.
Pill or knife?
Pill or knife, and today still pills and
And
procedures
yes.
are a more common way to treat something rather than really figuring out what's going on in your body. So I lived that way most of my life. I had candida, yeast infections, IBS, acid reflux, all these digestive issues that made me, number one, afraid to go out because I never knew when something would happen.
Yes.
And so it really affects your relationships. It affects your self-esteem.
Yes.
And it affects you in so many ways. So over the years, I just came to deal with it, and I thought that that was a normal way to live. And a number of years ago, each of my parents had a cancer diagnosis, very close within each other. And I think that was my awakening moment where I said, something's wrong here.
Okay.
And I didn't want to suffer that fate of a cancer diagnosis. And so I started doing research, and nutrition really hit me. And it hit me hard. And I was able to clean myself out of all of my digestive issues.
Okay.
I am no longer on medication. I take no pills for anything. And I'm 55, and it's wonderful to be clear and clean and constant and healthy. So I wanted to share that with as many people as I could.
Okay, that's an amazing story.
Thank you.
And we'll get more into it in the next segment. And I will say that one of my issues with the medical profession is that they don't take into account the emotional issues that can impact digestion or energy or mindset. So I applaud you for taking that step on your own and figuring it out. So we'll let you help other people when we come back.
Perfect.
So in the meantime, after we take this quick break, please check out commercials from our sponsors and take a gander at livingin totalhealth.com, where you can order your copy, your signed copy of Living in Total Health, and it'll ship for free in the continental U.S. And we will be right back.
I actually was able to get a copy of your book, and I couldn't put it down.
Get more 5-star reviews for your massage practice. Choose Bodywork Rep. Visit bodyworkrep.com to learn more.
Welcome back to the Glen Alex Show, where it's all about health. We are here talking to my guest, Sari Dennis, about her personal journey towards health and healing. And what she does for a living is share that with other people so they can be as healthy as possible. And for me, that means when we're all living as healthy as possible, then the whole world is better. So let's get a little more into your journey. What components of you address the nutrition to address the symptoms in your body. So what other components of health, either mental, emotional, or spiritual, helped you solidify your change and maintain it?
That's a great question. I think there's an aspect of spirituality. I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about being intuitive and getting in tune with your own well-being.
Yes.
Understanding that foods as a basis have the power to harm or to heal us. And it's very important to get to know our healing foods and our supportive foods.
Yes.
So when I, suffered from yeast infections, for example, my body would begin to crave sugar. I later learned that yeast lives off sugar. So naturally my body was craving sugar to feed the yeast.
Yes.
On the outside, I was taking oatmeal baths and using those monostat things and trying everything I could externally to fix something that was going on internally while feeding it at the same time and trying to put a Band-Aid on it. So I think becoming very intuitive with what is going on with our body and why are we craving certain foods. A lot of people, we say that our cravings are a sign of our body communicating with us.
Absolutely.
That's really important.
It is.
Right? And so we can feed our illness and keep on doing that, or figure out why we're craving certain things and what it leads to.
Yes, and we can continue to feed our illnesses and cover them up, cover up the symptoms with medications and justifications. Get to the source.
Yes.
And then the symptoms will relieve themselves.
Absolutely.
And that's what I tell my clients in massage therapy is I address the source of the muscle dysfunction, because then the symptoms will resolve. If you only it hurts here, just focus on here, that doesn't fix anything.
Because we're a whole body.
We're a whole body
person.
Yes, we're so dynamic.
We are.
It's rarely just one thing. And I want to concur with what you said about spirituality. Spirituality for me is not about religion. Mm-hmm. It's about connectedness. Mm-hmm. How connected are you to yourself, to your loved ones, to your higher purpose. That's what that is for me, and it sounds like you tapped into that on your journey.
Very much.
Yeah.
And spirituality comes in all forms. For me, I'm a nature lover. Getting out in nature, being with trees, putting your feet in the earth and grounding is an essential part of reconnecting with that part of ourselves that we just lose perspective on. We're so busy and rushing and trying the new thing and the newest fad. It's really not about that.
No.
Right? It's about getting grounded, getting still, and really listening to what's going on inside. Because if we could put ourselves inside our bodies, I wonder what we would see.
That reminds me of a movie where they could insert this capsule of the ship in so you can see what's going on inside the body.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. That's kind of creepy.
It is.
But you're right. We have to find a way to reconnect with self, and it's nature for you. And I'm guessing hiking and just being outside in the sun.
It's being outside. It's gardening. I have a beautiful garden at home. Everything grows in Las Vegas, so even if you don't have a green thumb, nature takes care of itself.
Oh, interesting.
It's sunlight. It's listening for what is in the environment. It's birds. It's all of that. I also do a lot of Kundalini yoga.
Okay.
Which is not downward dog. It's more about grounding and going through your chakras and then opening up. And I think, you know, the opening up was a huge part. The digestive issues that I suffered with made me realize that I was really stuck in here.
Okay.
And I think when we get stuck in our thoughts and our emotions and our insecurities, we get stuck here too.
Those thoughts reside in the body.
They do.
Yes. I mean, everything, your body listens to you. So all these negative thoughts and thinking patterns do affect you.
Yes.
I had a client say to me, she's had low energy lately, and so she thought it was something physical, some medication she was on. She's been having a lot of emotional turmoil in the last few months. I'm like, that will affect your energy as well.
Absolutely.
So you're right. We are dynamic, and we have to listen.
Yes.
Just listen and find yoga or nature or some tool that will help you quiet so you can hear
There's something that it's very personal.
It is.
Just like nutrition is personal.
Yes.
You know, your journey through spirituality and health and well-being is a very personal one. So finding what resonates with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else you do other than yoga and nature?
Well, I read a lot and spend time with family and friends and loved ones. That social aspect is very important.
Okay.
Breath work is important, and I don't know, have you heard of alternate breathing?
Yes.
Alternate breathing is very cleansing, deeply cleansing.
No. And then you can tell which side is more blocked than the other.
Absolutely.
Because I have a deviated septum.
Okay.
And I refuse to do surgery because I don't want them breaking my nose.
Right.
Nobody's going to break my nose.
Okay.
So but it becomes very clear with the alternate breathing, and that is soothing.
It is.
It's strange, but it's very soothing.
Yes. Our breath is so powerful. You know, these seven chambers in our lungs. Most of us breathe here in the superficial upper level. We have all these different capacities that, again, resonate down to our gut.
Yes.
And our gut health. And so that's such an important aspect to allow the oxygen to flow.
Okay. Well, since you mentioned gut health,
yes,
I have digestive issues. I've always had a sluggish colon, and recently I was diagnosed with diverticulosis. And a few years before that, I was diagnosed with several food allergies, which were determined by blood tests. So there are actually antibodies in my body to certain foods because my body recognizes those foods as diseases, which the allergies, just so you know, are different than intolerance. Okay, so with the gut health, I've got all this stuff going on. Please tell everyone how important gut health is.
It's everything. It's absolutely everything. I mean, I think we all know what it feels like to be bloated.
Yes.
Or
unfortunately.
Pain. It's normal, and you know, it's something that we should feel free to talk about because every single person has experienced that.
Yes.
So gut health is critical to the way our body functions, how we assimilate our nutrients, how we process our foods, and how we eliminate our foods. And the elimination is critical.
Yes.
But as is the assimilation, because you could be eating all the right foods, but not
absorbing
the nutrients.
Okay.
Yeah. So how are you coping with that?
I try to manage what I eat. I cut out extra foods when I was diagnosed with diverticulosis because I love salsa and I love spicy, and I had to cut out the seeds.
Right.
I had to cut out seeds, and so I'm just a little more careful.
And it sounds like nightshades too, because the spicy foods and cayenne and tomatoes, that's all in the nightshade
Yes.
family.
Yes, and that was by accident.
It was.
Well, tomatoes is one of my food allergies, so I limited that to begin with. But even with, like I had kumquats a couple of weeks ago, which were delicious, but I had to be careful not to swallow the seeds. So I've just been more deliberate about what I consume.
Good.
And a lot of times when I consume it. So I just have to be more aware of when the diverticulosis turns into diverticulitis.
Yes. Not when, and hopefully
hopefully not ever
not
again.
guaranteed.
Though it's still a work in process.
Absolutely.
It's still a work in process. So every
Yes.
day I try to manage it. So
Because you wake up different every day too. Your
Yes.
cells are different every day.
Yes.
Your activities are different
emotions
every day.
are different.
Completely.
Rest levels are different.
Yes.
So yeah, okay. So
Good.
gut health is very important. And with that, we will take another quick break and we will be right back.
Did you know that over half our population suffers from allergies? There's a new, incredible way to treat allergies that don't involve shots, sprays, pills, or drops. All you do is brush your teeth. This new revolutionary treatment for allergies is only offered by allergy care centers. It's as simple as 1, 2, 3. You simply go to their office and speak to one of their doctors about any allergy history you may have. Then a simple finger stick is done with a few drops of blood placed on your patient card. It is then sent out to their laboratory where it's analyzed. This state-of-the-art test analyzes for 180 potential allergens. After consultation, a prescription is sent to their pharmacy where a specialized serum is mixed with toothpaste and you simply start to brush your allergies away. It's amazing. So stop suffering with your allergies. This is great for patients of all ages, especially kids. Call Allergy Centers at 702-331-5230.
Welcome back to the Glen Alex Show. I'm here with my guest, Sari Dennis, the beautiful Sari Dennis, beautiful inside and out. And we are talking about her health journey and nutrition. And we ended the last segment talking about the gut. And I wanted to follow up with that on how you approach your different clients, because as you said, nutrition is very individual.
Yes.
It's very personal. If we can eat the same food, if we have the same salad, then I will react differently to it than you.
Yes.
So how do you approach your clients and figure out what their needs are?
That's a great question. Not any one of my clients is like anybody else.
Okay.
We're all unique. We're all very bio-individual, depending on our age, our ancestry, our metabolism, our environment. There are so many factors to make you uniquely you that is completely different from anybody else.
Okay.
So I meet my clients where they are and completely
love that.
respect that.
Okay.
I never try to push anything or shake my finger in judgment.
You
of
should eat 6
anything.
servings of fruit a day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Never any of that. However, why should you eat 6 servings of fruit a day? Why should you eat, 9 to 13 servings of vegetables? And it's a process of understanding the why behind the nutrition and what the food is all about.
Okay.
So I know that there's hundreds of dietary theories out there.
Oh my gosh.
I don't advocate one or the other. I have to listen to where everybody is at this point in their life.
Well, and I wish more people did that, because all of these popular fad diets are about the masses. They're not about individuals.
That's right.
And I see so many people who struggle with weight, physical weight, and who might lose the weight and then gain it back. So that ties into the other elements of total health that they are ignoring.
Yes.
So
The emotional
the
side.
emotional stuff, the mental stuff, it all
Yes.
plays into it.
And that's exactly what I want to begin doing with my women's wellness workshops and the group
Okay.
forum, is really talking about the weight of things we carry, not the numbers on the scale, but the weight of guilt, the weight of childhood pain, the weight of grief, the weight of loss, the weight of caretaking of
Yes.
other people, the weight that is incumbent upon us,
Yes.
and how that translates into the disease our body feels, or the insecurities we may be squelching. There's so many factors that connect our weight, our physical weight with our emotional weight.
Yes.
And if we can free that up, if we can get into that and free that up, then it starts moving things around here,
Yes.
right? And freeing up our digestive system. And once we're freer in here, we have more energy and desire to do the things we want to do.
And we make better decisions.
Very much.
Yes.
Very much. So my clients are all uniquely individual. I have my own personal perspectives for me that are not my rules in life, but certainly I've come to understand what works for me.
Absolutely.
Right?
Or absolutely, and again, it's very individual. You need to find someone like Sari, like myself, who will take into account your own individual needs, your financial situation, your lifestyle, your energy levels, your emotional status. All of that matters, and your support system as well. So
Yes.
you need to work with someone who's going to work with you, not just bring this patented formula and say, here, do this, do this, do this.
Completely.
That drives me nuts.
Yes.
It drives me absolutely nuts.
Yeah. It's like a food pyramid. That food pyramid does not work for
No,
everybody.
it doesn't work for me
One way
at
of
all.
life does not work. No, not at all.
Bring me seeds, I'm going to throw them at you.
That's right. And I love seeds.
I love seeds too. Darn
no.
it. But I can't have them. It's okay. It's a choice I made to give that up because I want to be healthier.
That's
I
right.
don't like suffering, so I try to watch that.
And then you can look at the abundance of other things that you can have.
Yes,
Right.
like salmon. I just love the mess out of salmon.
There you go. There you go.
Grilled or sauteed salmon is the best.
Yes.
Okay, so tell everybody how to reach you and what
sure.
programs or services you have coming up.
Okay, you can reach me on my website, www.mywellnesscounts.com. And I named it that because I want people to say my wellness counts and take ownership for it.
Absolutely.
Not your wellness counts,
No,
but my
my
wellness
wellness
counts. So you can reach me on there, and I have all my contact information.
Okay.
And I also have a site that provides non-toxic products because I think there's so many toxic factors in our life, and our products, our environment are one of them. So
Yes, and
I
your house
provide-
can make you sick.
very much so,
So.
very much so. And then I have a few speaking engagements coming up.
Okay.
2 are at UNLV at Harrah's Hospitality on April 15th and April 22nd from 1 to 4. I'm speaking with a panel of 3 other people. It is a free event. So you can go to Peace Begins on Your Plate on Facebook and find out more information about that, or my site too on Facebook and find out more about that.
Okay.
And then at Downtown Summerlin on April 20th, I'm going to be having a booth at Greenfest and talking about greens and the rainbow of phytonutrients that are in our fruits and vegetables. So
Okay.
I'm going to be demonstrating a food item. I won't
Nice.
tell you what, so you have to come and see.
Well, she'll have to tell me because I need to decide if I can try it or not.
Okay. Well, I can
but I
can
won't tell
adapt
you.
it too.
You'll have to be there yourself.
Perfect.
Okay. Fantastic. Well,
And then in June, I'm going to be speaking at Health, Healing, and Happiness. It's their 8th annual event.
okay.
And I'm going to be a featured speaker talking about brain health.
Okay.
Yes,
As related to nutrition?
to nutrition and
Okay.
lifestyle as well.
Okay.
Yes.
That's awesome. And thank you for reminding me about June.
Perfect.
I always forget, but thank you.
It's coming up.
Okay. So please reach out to Sari to start working on your individualized health program. It'll be very specific to you. It will honor you, your wholeness, and just do it.
Hmm.
Just do it.
It feels good.
It does.
And
It
I'm
does.
happy to provide any of your listeners a free health consultation
Okay.
where we can just sit for an hour, 45 minutes, however much time you have.
Oh, okay.
And just go
Awesome.
over where you are and possibly make a few recommendations.
And do you do the wellness counseling via phone if they're somewhere
Absolutely.
else? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. You have no reason not to call her.
This
It's
is
free. Okay. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
The
I
time
appreciate
flew
you
as
so
always.
much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you, audience, for being here again. I do want to just leave you with a closing thought, though. Steve Maraboli said, "How would your life be different if you were conscious about the food you ate, the people you surround yourself with, and the media you watch, listen, or read? Let today be the day you pay attention to what you feed your mind, your body, and your life. Create a nourishing environment conducive to your growth and well-being today. And that's what Sari and I have been talking about. Make something very specific for you that will nurture you in all ways, not just feed your belly, not just make you full, but will feed your soul, your spirit, your family, your heart, your mind. So as you select foods to consume, please attend to how you nourish the rest of you. Choose great food, supportive people, and an empowering mindset to start living in total health. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.